Yes, but first, I would like to heal. Kia's over at the Castle of Mirrors. We have to hurry after her. Then why even tell me that Cecile can heal me? Oh, it fully healed me. Never mind. Interesting. Oh, no, I leveled up. That's why. Never mind. Oh, she's glowing blue again. There she is. We made it in time. Why? Why do I... Are you alright, Kia? Thank goodness. You're not hurt, are you? Huh? What's up, guys? Is something wrong? Don't you what's up, guys, me. What are you doing here, Kia? Why did you wander out of bed by yourself? Are we at that castle in the park? What am I doing here? Well, that's just dandy. She doesn't recall a single thing that's happened. Do you think she was sleepwalking? I don't know. I mean, yeah, people do that. But all the way across an entire theme park? Do you really not remember, Keto? I remember hearing a voice in my dream that was calling out to me. Or maybe it was like I was calling out to it. Well, if it really was just a dream, then no harm done. We're just glad that you're safe. Yeah, you said it. Come on. Let's return to the hotel. We've got to get you back to bed, okay, Kia? Okay. Lloyd and the others then took Kia back to the hotel and put her to bed shortly after they contacted park security to explain what had happened. Once things were ironed out, the SSS paid another visit to the scene but failed to find anything that could explain Kia's strange behavior. Once dawn began to break, they finally returned to their rooms and slept in until noon. After a long-needed rest, they checked out of the hotel and left Michelin with Mariabelle, who had arrived to pick them up. Interesting. Dog. You look like you're in a good mood, Kia. I know this trip was more hectic than we bargained for, but did you have fun? Yeah, of course. We should go on vacations with everyone like this all the time. Maybe for our next one, we can stay at our Morica village. Sounds like a good idea. I was expecting her to be more shaken up after that big scare last night. But seeing her now, it's like it never happened. Guess my worries were misplaced. What I should be focusing on instead is the society, and whatever it is they're plotting. Lloyd, is something wrong? No, it's nothing. Actually, Kia, you didn't happen to see anyone suspicious last night, did you? Like, say, a young man wearing a pink suit? No, I don't think so. But I was super sleepy, so I'm not really sure. Right. Well, it's not that big a deal. Forget I said anything. So this is where you two have been. Maribel. Hey, Maribel. Thank you again for inviting us. Not at all. You earned the break, didn't you? And even then, you still had to work during this trip thanks to that so-called society. A gaggle of clowns, a lot of them. Haha, I see what you did there. One of them had the gall to lay their hands on my darling little dolls, too. The nerve of some people. The security department had best prepare themselves for thorough restructuring in the near future. Best of luck to them. Hate to break it to you, Maribel, but I doubt regular security guards could have handled someone like that anyway. Yeah, we probably can't even handle someone like that. But hopefully we can. Wishful thinking. We're going to have to be careful from here on out. Well, corporate efficacy aside, I just had the loveliest little idea. But I wanted to run it by the both of you first. What do you say to taking a commemorative photo together with the entire group? Oh, that is a good idea. Is that like a group picture we took with everyone a while back? Yeah, it's a good way to preserve the memories you made with everyone. That way, when you look at the photo, you'll have something to remember the trip by. Cool, let's take one. It's decided. Up here on the deck would make for a better backdrop than the cabin, wouldn't you say? Good point. The weather is perfect, too. Go gather the others. Please do. And if you don't mind, could you inform the stewardess as well? Commemorative photos are part of the ship's service. She'll take the photo for us free of charge. For sure. Ah. I know you'd never want to cause your loved ones any concern. Being a strong girl can be difficult, can't it? Something is troubling you deep down, isn't it? I'd be happy to help, if you'll allow me. Is that not the real Maribel? Interesting. It is the real Maribel? Medal of Luster. Rest and revolution. Guys, we finally finished the intermission. It did have an end. It's so exciting. What are we on now? Chapter 3? Good. Things are proceeding smoothly. What is this place? Celestial globe. Sure it is. Sixth Ennui? Is that how you would say that? I don't know. Indeed, preparations have progressed to approximately 90% completion. I should have more than enough time to carry out the order. Excellent work, Professor. Campanella, what can you tell me of the other enforcers and their ventures? I believe LeBlanc stopped by for one of his little games, but he's already returned to his own affairs. Ren hasn't gone back to Crossbell since leaving for the Burl. As for you-know-who, I move that we continue taking a wait-and-see approach with her. She lent me some of those bound spirits of hers to play with, but I don't think she has any intention of participating further. That's fine. Hello, Peacock. Welcome to stream. I can read Angui as snake. Interesting. Perhaps the enforcers have a bit too much freedom for my liking. Then again, that is how things are meant to be. What an irrational system she's put into place. That is the Grandmaster's will, Professor. It is senseless to question whether it is right or wrong. Regardless, I believe our final guest has arrived. I was wondering where she was. Timely as always. My apologies for the wait. I don't recognize this voice. I see you've already started. Pay it no mind. We'd only just begun. I trust matters on your end have already been settled. Yes, I left everything in the hands of the Oathbreaker. Turning our attention to Crossbell, it has been quite some time since I last stepped foot upon its soil. Isn't it amazing just how much it's changed? It's fair to call it the most advanced metropolis on the continent, as well as the center of modern civilization. I intend to return there before the finishing touches are made. What do you say to meeting me there? We so rarely get together. I have no objections. Very well. I will leave the hereafter in both of your capable hands. Here is to the next step of the Grandmaster's Phantasmal Blaze Plan. That's a name. Take care to set the stage well and proper. Understood. Yes, in the name of the Grandmaster. So those people are above the enforcers in like the totem pole of power that is Ouroboros, it seems like. Because they were asking Campanella about the other enforcers. You believe Mishi is the Grandmaster? Evil Mishi from the horror coaster could definitely do it. Thing is jarring. And we saw 1, 6, and 7. So there's at least 7 of those freaks out there that are stronger than enforcers. Fantastic. The referendum regarding Crossbell's potential independence, as proposed by Mayor Croix, was drawing closer and closer. As pressure from the Imperial and Republican governments mounted by the day, so too did the citizens' fervor. Combined with the excitement generated from the debut of Arc-en-Ciel's revival performance, emotions in the city were hitting a fever pitch. All the while, a new concern was beginning to emerge from the shadows. There's no record of all of them, though. Interesting. Did you say cryptids? Cryptids? Like Bigfoot? Mothman? That I did. I don't believe it's appropriate to simply refer to them as monsters. Not only are they much larger, their origins are a mystery. Like Bitcoin, oh my gosh. That's more. They're starting to appear all over Crossbell. Nessie? That's the one we went against. The commander isn't exaggerating. We couldn't handle it between just the two of us, so we had to retreat. Then it really isn't your average monster. I've come across bits and pieces of information regarding it, but there's more. Other types have been cited as well. I can't really tell what these pictures are. Oh, wait a second. That's the one we fought back in the old mine. Oh, it's the Fey Drake. The fairy dragon thing that I liked. Is that what that's a picture of? Is it? This was taken a few days ago in the mountains to the north. Scott and Wenzel here were able to exterminate it. That's relief, at least. You two managed to handle that thing all by yourselves? Yeah, but we had to get the jump on it to pull it off. It was thanks to the CGF's intel that we were able to take it out. Right, but there was something very bizarre about the whole ordeal. Yeah, there was when I fought it too. Did you also get to see a bunch of glowing mushrooms? Our arts didn't have their usual effects on it. Oh. Okay. And it disappeared into a beam of light when it was finally defeated. That sounds familiar. I will take your word for that, Ellie. I have no recollection of what happened when we beat that thing. Yeah, it's exactly what happened when we fought it. Sure is. You said it appeared in the mountains. Does that mean it was out in the open this time? Yes. Until now, monsters like these only appeared in enclosed locations, such as Stargazer's Tower and Moon Temple. It's speculated that some form of spatial distortion has emerged in those particular areas, though we can't explain why. These cryptids, however, emerged outdoors, both in the mountains and by the lake shores. We suspect the same spatial distortion effect could be occurring in those locations as well. That's not good. I was afraid you'd say that. Is that why you called all of us here? Yes. We'd like to request the aid of the Bracer Guild and the SSS in dealing with these cryptids. The CGF has been on high alert at both Belgard and Tangram ever since the mayor's independence proposal. Simply put, our manpower is focused there, at least until the referendum is voted upon. I think it's gonna need to be focused there for a lot longer than that, my dude. Revolutions don't have a tendency of going well. We understand. The SSS is ready to help. Us too. Should we go ahead and decide how we're going to divvy this up? That would be best. I'll provide you with all the data we have and leave you to decide on a suitable course of action. If at all possible, I'd also like to request that you look into the source of all this. I'm not a scientist. What do you want from me? Source? You suspect an external force is behind the cryptid's sudden appearance? Yes. Think of it this way. Dangerous monsters surfacing on our highways is a cyclical phenomenon. The cryptids, however, are an anomaly. Their emergence doesn't align with that cycle at all. Which leads us to believe that there's an underlying cause. Whatever it is, it's capable not only of giving rise to these cryptids, but of distorting the fabric of space itself. Interesting theory. Understood. We'll get to the bottom of this. I swear it on the name of the supporting gauntlet. I never would have guessed we'd all get to team up for a job like this. The notion would have been nearly unfathomable at the start of the year. Hey, it just goes to show. We've come a long way since back then. Yeah, you guys have really made a name for yourselves. If things don't work out with the police, you could probably get hired at the guild in a heartbeat. Thank you? I think? Absolutely. Well, we all know, Aeolia, that you would take Tio in a heartbeat. Yep, there you go. I'd be more than happy to have you in the guild, Tio. I think it'd be a perfect match. Are you certain the guild is the one you intend to pair me with? We appreciate the sentiment. That aside, I don't have a good feeling about whatever these cryptids are. Me neither. I say we should split the work up so we can get to it. The CGF's report mentions 5 of those things in total. Oh my gosh. Keep in mind, I'd like you guys to take care of 2 of them. Offering to do most of the job yourselves? You're too kind. Are you sure that's okay? It seems a bit disproportionate. Plus, Arios isn't here to help this time around. That's exactly the reason. You guys will be feeling the pressure from his absence just as much as us, if not more. Not to mention, monster exterminations are typically a bracer's jurisdiction. We both have other jobs to take care of in addition to the cryptids, so I think dividing things like this is for the best. If you insist. I don't know if I'm really okay with pushing all of that on you guys. They're only fighting 1 more than us. Don't sweat it. It's not like we aren't on the same team here. Besides, you guys will probably have your hands full with the society again before long. Oh yeah. Dang, I was trying to forget about those lunatics. The Society of Ouroboros. The Bracer Guild has a history with them already, does it not? Yes, Estelle, Joshua, and the rest of the Liberalian branch first encountered them during the Liberal incident. The guild has had a number of run-ins with them across the continent since then as well. Not to mention the attack on the guild branches in Erebonia. That's suspected to be their doing too. Our presence in the Empire has declined significantly ever since, thanks to pressure from the Imperial government. They're so prolific. For real. The more we learn about these guys, the less I want to know. Who's that person in the background? They have a very unique outfit on. Truth be told, the guild doesn't know a lot about who they are or what their internal structure is like. You couldn't ask Ren that question. She was adopted by 2 bracers. We don't even know what they're after most of the time. All I can say for sure is to watch your backs around them. Yeah, and give us a ring if you run into any trouble, you hear? The cryptids aren't the only common enemy we have. Those snakes are our problem too. Got it. We'll update you if anything happens. Budding Turmoil, Chapter 3.